Alright, DaVinci 20.1 is out. They've got some amazing things they've added and some things they've improved, but they have fixed the one thing that I've wanted them to fix for like forever. Alrighty, so for the longest time, I edited all my videos in Premiere Pro. And then eventually I ended up switching because stability and the fact that the color grading in Resolve was just that much better. But there was always a few things which I wanted from Premiere Pro, which they didn't have in DaVinci Resolve. And they fixed a few of them. Vertical workspace, they got that in. Fantastic. Not that I do much vertical video editing, but they changed it, they added it in. I was happy. The one main thing that I have always wanted, they have never put in there until now. So imagine my surprise when I saw 20.1 now finally has that one thing that I wanted, which is rulers and guides. Just the ability to pull down the rulers, and you know, if you wanted to make a rule of thirds grid, you wanted to line up titles throughout the entire video the same, you just drag out rulers, line them all up, the things you're putting in there snap straight to it, and you can just keep it uniform throughout the entire video. They've added it in 20.1 and it is fantastic. It's such a big thing for me, maybe not for you, but for me, it was a massive quality of life upgrade. So thank you, DaVinci Resolve, for finally adding that in. Absolutely amazing. Number 2 is the fact that now you can press Shift Space. Once you've clicked, you can click on a clip in the timeline, you can press Shift Space and then just add effects directly to it. It's kind of like if you're an After Effects user having Effects Console. It means that you no longer have to try and search for it all through the menus. You can just literally, if you know what it is you want, you just press Shift Space, type in what you want, click on it, bam, job done. Another quality of life update, which you wouldn't think makes a great big difference, but over the space of editing an entire video speeds up your workflow so much, and it is just so much more convenient. So once again, DaVinci, great job, guys. Alrighty. Number 3 is keyframing. Now, keyframing and speed ramping was something I used to really not like in DaVinci Resolve. I loved After Effects and the fact it had the graph editor and just a really nice visual way of doing it. DaVinci Resolve kind of sucked. You had it on every clip and it would just make a little drop down, which made it like annoying to scroll up and down. You had extra stuff that you had to have on your timeline, and then it was always just too small and fiddly. Then they gave us that lovely place in the top left, and it kind of fixed all those problems. Great big area, lots of real estate to do keyframing. It was fantastic. I didn't think it'd get any better, but I was wrong. Now they've given us the ability to have it up in the top left, but also to have it under the timeline as well. This just kind of, for me, gives it a bit more visual context. You can see and get a better idea for your keyframing, your speed ramping in relation to the rest of your project. So that is fantastic. And for those people who were looking at this and wondering, how do I ease in and out without going up into the top left? That's the kind of fiddly thing they've done, but once you get used to it, it's just fine. All you have to do is select any of the keyframes you want, right click on it, and then there's all the options for your easing in and out. Beautiful, beautiful, brilliant. And last but not least, number 4, and it's just a few quality of life updates. Although I feel a lot of these are just quality of life updates that still make a big difference. One of them being pressing C to get the playhead to wherever your cursor is. I know before you could just click, but it was like a specific part of the timeline you had to click in. Now you just press C, and wherever your cursor is, wherever that may be, the playhead will just boom straight to there. And then also the ability to have shortcuts for the detailed zoom and the full extent zoom. Full extent just zooms out and gives you a view of the whole timeline, but it's kind of like a smarter version than just the zoom to fit, in the sense that as you keep adding stuff, it will adapt itself. And then obviously detailed zoom, you can just click, you can have a shortcut in the key now and just zoom straight into like a much more detailed level. 3 things which just make, you know, just make editing that little bit faster, and over the space of a project, over the space of several projects, you've saved so much time. Alrighty, so absolutely amazing updates from DaVinci Resolve. I did say in a previous video that if they added guides and rulers, I would consider it a perfect piece of software, and I pretty much do now. For all of my editing needs, it hits all of the points. The one thing I do want to do, however, is just learn Fusion a bit better so I can get rid of After Effects and start doing all my VFX and motion graphics in the Fusion tab. And then basically, other than something like Photoshop, I can just do all of my everything I need. All of my needs are almost answered in just one piece of software, which is absolutely fantastic. Also considering the fact that it is a one-off payment and not a flipping monthly subscription. Hopefully by the time my subscription comes up for renewal for Adobe, I can just get rid of it. That would be absolutely ace. How about you guys? What do you think? Amazing updates, or you still want more? Is there something you still are waiting for them to add? Hit me up in the comments down below as always, and until next time guys, peace.